Sir, is there coronavirus in Nigeria?
Yes, there is coronavirus in Nigeria. The China virus alias COVID-19 or coronavirus exists. But what I am not too sure of is the one we have in Nigeria, whether it is the same species with the one we have in China where it was manufactured, Italy, Spain, America, and Europe. Why do I say that? We have seen those in those countries, patients in those countries, in isolation centers and treatment centers, how they look in hospital. We have also seen Nigerians who are said to be infected with the virus in the isolation centers and in the treatment centers. They are not the same. While those ones will be struggling for bread, for their dear life, our people in Nigeria, you see them, they make parties, they play football, they dance, they laugh, they joke about. So that is the problem, the concern. And I think Nigeria and Africa should be grateful to God for giving them less species of the deadly virus, which was manufactured in Wuhan, in China. I think the virus exists.
If there is coronavirus, like you said, why is it that most Nigerians do not believe that the virus exists, thereby refusing to obey the protocols?
Well, that is correct. Most Nigerians will tell you that the virus does not exist. And the reason is very simple. When there is no transparency, there is no truth in the communication to Nigerians about the virus and the true nature of the virus, Nigerians will say, no, it doesn't tally, it doesn't match. If there is transparency and there is truth in the whole affairs of the management of the COVID-19, Nigerians will fall in to obey all the protocols. I am not saying that they are right not to obey the protocols. Where there is a rule, there is an instruction, there is a protocol, you must obey it. And if you don't obey it, you must be punished for not obeying it. Why do I say that there's no transparency? I'll give you one example. When the Honorable Minister of Health, in course of one of his briefing of the Presidential Task Force, he informed Nigerians that Chinese doctors will be coming to Nigeria, 50 of them. I was one of those who opposed the coming of the Chinese doctors because they are not coming here to teach us anything. That our doctors are more qualified than those Chinese doctors. Nigerian Medical Association opposed it. Most Nigerians wrote against it. The Minister of Health, with the chairman of PTF, in subsequent briefings, said, okay, they are not going, the doctors will not have direct contact with our patients. Rather, they are coming with some equipment that they will install, show our doctors how to use the equipment, and so on and so forth. And on arrival, that they'll be quarantined for 14 days. After the quarantine, he was asked again. He said, yes, they have finished. They have gone back. They were guests of the CCTC construction company, Chinese company. The Honorable Minister of Health went to the airport to receive the Chinese doctors on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria. He was asked a question just a week ago about the Chinese doctors. He said, I don't know where they are.
No, sir.
The Honorable Minister of Health. And you spare me, don't ask me such questions again. Excuse me? That was his response in the PTF meeting. He cautioned the journalists not to ask him the whereabouts of the Chinese doctors. That they have gone back to the city. They are not doctors. They are technicians. So, with this contradiction, do you think, even myself, who believes that there is the virus, I will take anything that comes out of the mouth of the Minister of Health seriously in that PTF? The answer is no. If at my level, with my moderate exposure and knowledge, I am thinking this way, go on the street and ask Nigerians. Immediately he said that Nigerians all over the country, they were mad. Is it not the same minister that went to receive the Chinese doctors? Now they're no longer doctors, they're technicians. Now you will not know where they are. We should not ask you again. A public servant. So this is part of the lack of transparency and not telling Nigerians the truth. In other climes, the Minister of Health, after that briefing, should have resigned. That was not only an embarrassment to his office, it's an embarrassment to the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A very pertinent, apt question. Why is it that Nigerians do not believe there is coronavirus and they have refused to obey the protocols? It's because of situations like this.
With all you have said about the Honorable Minister of Health,
yes,
which is known by all Nigerians,
yes,
what do you think should be the solution?
Well, the solution is, in my view, simple. If you ask me, they should stop the daily briefing of the PTF. Nigerians have lost interest. And there is nothing about this virus, COVID-19, that is not known to every Nigerian. Male, female, old, young, boys, girls, no matter where they are located in Nigeria. They can call it any name, but they know what it is. So the marketing is enough. The thing has started affecting our psyche. We can no longer think, most Nigerians can no longer think. You wake up in the morning, you are thinking of what to do. The next thing you remember coronavirus, your day is gone. You open your television, it's Koro. Enough of that. Let them discontinue. President Buhari should direct them to discontinue with that daily briefing. They can be holding their meetings, be adding their figures, number of new infections, number of discharged patients, number of deaths. Just add, we read it in the media. So that we can retune our heads, so that we can retune our brain to its original factory fitted, so that we can plan how to rebuild this economy. We cannot continue every day is the same thing. And I for one, am no longer persuaded with the position of the Honorable Minister of Health. I don't think I would take anything that comes out of his mouth seriously on this virus. And I'm sure government functionaries and those who put him there would have known what he did. It is disrespectful to the people of Nigeria. We are not all fools. I don't think we are fools in any case. So that is my position. If they discontinue with the daily briefing, then we have to affirm and take seriously all the protocols of World Health Organization and NCDC. 1, social distancing. We must enforce it anywhere. Washing of hands, sanitizing, and then making wearing of masks compulsory. With this, we can run away from it. It's not by listening to you every day. When questions are asked, it pains most Nigerians to bone marrows. You ask a question, something you did, you convince Nigerians only for you to say you don't know where they are anymore. And let me just come back to one point on that. I have to call the National Security Advisor, because he's one of the most credible few persons left in this government, to protect us by looking for where those Chinese doctors through technicians are. Nigerians would not want, we don't want another Wuhan laboratory in Nigeria. You can call it conspiracy theory. Since the minister doesn't know where they are, and they are technicians. Something that got into my head. I hope they're not building another laboratory in Nigeria. If the virus, before it traveled from China to Africa, it got weak. Our bodies could not, nobody picked our bodies on the street in body bags. As Bill and Melinda Gates said, agents of vaccination. They have agents here in Nigeria too. So it did not work. So let it not be that these people that were smuggled into Nigeria did not come here to build a Wuhan laboratory that will bring the virus closer to Nigerian people. And that's why I'm calling a credible person, National Security Advisor, to take this on his timetable and get them out of this country. We do not need China here. We do not need them. We are better than them. The truth is that we have refused to accept that we can do better than China. Any day we accept we can do it, we don't need China. Even those going there to buy things, we produce them here. If the witch cried yesterday and the child died today, do you need a soothsayer to tell you that it was the witch that cried yesterday that killed the child that died today? It's common sense. So Nigerians are on their own. Let every Nigerian go and take care of himself. Pray, take care of yourself, be neat, be clean. Follow all the protocols of World Health Organization. If you believe that agbo will help you, go and drink it. If you believe it's garlic, ginger, cinnamon, go and take it. If you believe it is chloroquine, go. I grew up taking chloroquine. I still take chloroquine. It has never affected me anywhere. So it is those agents of vaccine that are discouraging us from taking what we know will heal us, to wait for them to go and do what they want to do. Look at Kogi. Kogi has no infection. Kogi, they have been obeying all the protocols, they were doing things, but they don't have. But NCDC have been working hard for them to have. The same thing with Cross River State. Imo didn't have until NCDC made a comment that our people, the man in charge of it, that our people travel a lot, that they travel a lot, there's no way they will not have. He sent his people there. After a few days, we had one case, index case in Imo. The governor had blocked everything. And that was why I shouted that time. I said, coronavirus is not federal allocation that every state must get. You people should go to Kogi and ask Yaya Bello what he's doing, not to go there and harass him. In fact, I asked my people in Kogi State, including the leadership of the party. They say, in fact, the rate of death in Kogi has dropped.
You have mentioned Kogi and Cross River States to be coronavirus free.
Yes.
Please, can you relate it to the situation in Kano?
The issue of Kano State, on the 15th of April, when we got wind of the situation in Kano, because since March, I have been in my house without stepping out of the house. I read everything about coronavirus, from China to Spain to Italy to America to Russia to Brazil. I can say that if you ask me any situation about this virus, I can easily quote and tell you where you got it from. So I got what happened in Kano. I immediately sent my people to do investigation in Kano. As at that time, by my record, 100 people were dead. So they sent me a report on the 19th. We deliberated over it. We issued a release on the 20th, 21st, when we called the federal government to intervene in Kano. We were the first. Nobody had mentioned Kano as at that time. We called on the Presidential Task Force to move into Kano, put in testing laboratories, put in isolation centers and treatment centers quickly, and that the federal government should release funds for that purpose to be managed by the PTF. Because even as at that time, the governor didn't believe there was anything. Gandhi never believed. They called it strange disease, strange illness. A day, two after, Kano came to the front burner. And we are happy about it. But that is the problem with even people from Kano could not say it. Rather, they will smuggle themselves into Abuja to hide. And their people were dying. Somebody called me and said, what is your problem with Kano? I said, no. Our people are dying. We must save them. Nobody is talking about it. Go back to YouTube from 2021. You'll see what we did. Go over the media. Then Kano, we're happy. Government intervened. So they call it strange disease. I do not know. But at least it is getting under control. So that is the difference between Kano situation and Kogi and Cross River. The other two states, they don't have it as of today. I pray it is not exported to them. We have it in Kano. At least ever since then, they have tested people. We have had it in so many other states. So that is the situation.